Greetings and sanitation film fans, Thomas L here. Since it is pretty much July, here are my top 9 anticipated movies coming in July. Because there's not really a whole lot to really look forward to, But there's actually 9 interesting looking movies that I'm kind of really intrigued by. And there are some other films coming out in July that's like going to limited release and whatnot. Some of them look pretty decent, but not 100% sure if I'm really fully gonna see them, so anyway, that being said, here's my top 9 anticipated movies coming in July. Coming in at number 9 is this film called The Farewell. Now, in The Farewell, it's about this family who ends up returning to China because one of the character because like the grandma in this is dying from cancer, and she's pretty much the only person who doesn't know that she has like a few weeks to live in on. So they gotta make the best of it, and it stars Aquafina, who I'm becoming a fan of. I mean, yeah, she does not have the best name, but every time I see Aquafina in something, whether it's host of Saturday Night Live or Crazy Rich Asians or Ocean's 8, I think she's great. And this is a very different role for Aquafina too. Like it's more of a dramatic turn, which it's always great to see comedic actors take a very dramatic turn, and I think Aquafina looks great in this. And you got a few other people in this. The movie actually premiered at Sundance back in January with rave reviews, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to see The Farewell. All right, coming in at number 8 is The Art of Self-Defense. Now, in it, after like a brutal mugging, Jesse Eisenberg, ends up playing a guy who ends up, getting mugged, who takes up karate to better defend himself, but like soon falls under the spell of like the dojo's leader. So I guess you could say this is like a very dramatic version of the Karate Kid in a way. This has a little bit of a Karate Kid feel to it. Anyway, it's pretty cool seeing a new karate movie that doesn't have the word Karate Kid in the title, because there's not really, like, outside the Karate Kid franchise, there's not many karate based movies there are. And Jesse Eisenberg, of course, stars in this, and I know lots of people, I know it's the cool thing to hate on Jesse Eisenberg because of, Lex Luthor and whatever. I don't care what anyone says. Jesse Eisenberg is a terrific actor. Take aside Lex Luthor for a minute. The guy has a really amazing body of work. He was in that Woody Allen movie, Cafe Society. He was also great in Double, Zombieland, The First Night You See Me. He has Zombieland 2 coming out, of course. Jesse Eisenberg is great, so I cannot wait to see this because Jesse Eisenberg looks fantastic in this. And it also has this underrated actor named Alessandro Nivola in it, who was in like Disobedience and a few other stuff. It also features Amuga Poots, who's going to be in that Black Christmas remake. I kind of like Amuga Poots, whether it's Green Room or anything else. I think she's great, so I'm really curious to check this one out. All right, coming in at number 7. Now, I was not even looking forward for this movie until I saw the trailer. And that is Point Blank. Now, this is like a remake of, I think, a French film. I think the original was a French film, or I know it's a foreign film. But, anyway, in this film, it stars Anthony Mackie and Frank Grillo. And in it, Anthony Mackie plays this man whose pregnant wife ends up getting kidnapped. So he also plays like a emergency room nurse. So he ends up teaming up with an injured suspect in the race against time, and to track down the people responsible. And Frank Grillo and Anthony Mackie both play like Anthony Mackie, of course, plays the nurse, while Frank Grillo plays like the gangster in this, if you will, or murder suspect, I should say. Anyway, I mean it's pretty much Falcon and Crossbones together. That's what it really is. and I think this looks fun. I mean, it could end up being like another Netflix dumpster fire. That's always a possibility. But you know what? I think this looks like it's gonna be. It looks like it's gonna be a really fun film, and having Anthony Mackie and Frank Grillo team up together, that piques my interest. So, and it's also from the same guy who directed Wrong Turn 2, and he also did that movie Mayhem that got released a couple years back. So that piques my interest. And the trailer looks fun. It looks entertaining. I can't believe I'm this excited. Like, it's been a while since I've been this excited for a Netflix original film. And I think it looks like it's going to be a real fun film. So, yep. Point Blank could be pretty decent. Alright, coming in at number 6 is Crawl. Now, this movie looks stupidly good. Like, it looks dumb, yes, but it's like those very dumb, fun action films. And, of course, it's also a horror movie as well. Like, it's about this woman who ends up, because, it takes place in Florida, and there's like a Category 5 hurricane, and everyone is supposed to be evacuating, but of course, this young woman ignores the newscasters and whatever, so she ends up going to pretty much to her childhood home, and she ends up finding out that her dad's, of course, in the house, and he's really hurt badly. But the thing is, in the pretty much in the water, because the house is like flooding and all, but in the water there are crocodiles in the water. I think crocodiles or alligators. I could never really tell the two apart, but anyway, it's kind of weird. Sometimes I can never tell alligators and crocodiles apart, but whatever. And this looks really fun. I mean, it could end up being terrible. That's always a possibility. But I think this looks great. It's produced by Sam Raimi, who of course gave us the Spider-Man movies, the Evil Dead films. It stars the girl from the Maze Runner franchise. I'm a big fan of Barry Pepper. It features Barry Pepper in it. I think this looks like it's going to be really fun. And like I said, it could end up being terrible. But from what I've seen from the trailer that got released, looks like it could be a really fun time at the movies. Alright, coming in at number 5 is Midsommar. Now, this movie actually comes out this week. Actually, on Wednesday it comes out. And, of course, it's about this young woman played by Florence Pugh, who ends up going to a midsummer festival, but there's like sinister stuff that goes around in there. This looks creepy. I mean, it stars Florence Pugh, who ever since that movie Lady Macbeth, I'm becoming a fan of this girl. She of course was just Paige in Fine With My Family. I thought she was terrific in that. And also, this has Jack Rayner, who is usually a hit and miss actor, but he looks great in this. You got Will Poulter, who I'm becoming a fan of, and the film is from the same director of Hereditary. So there's that. I think it looks creepier than Hereditary. I mean, there are some really creepy elements in this. And from what I've been hearing, like from early reviews, lots of people are saying that Florence Pugh gives the performance of the year, and I'm really intrigued by Midsommar. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but it's probably going to be a good film, because Hereditary was great, so... Although, I didn't really love Hereditary as most people did, but I still thought it was a decent horror film. But anyway, yeah, I'm really intrigued by Midsommar. Coming in at number 4 is Stuber. Now, this is a film about like a tough nail cop played by Dave Bautista, who ends up teaming up with an Uber driver played by Camille Nanjiani, and they go on, and he pretty much takes the Uber driver on a ride to catch a killer, played by that actor from the Raid franchise. I think the actor's name is Iko Uwaz, I think his name is. Anyway, this looks funny, and it looks fun. I mean, Dave Bautista and Camille Nanjiani, teaming those two up piques my interest. And of course, you also have the girl from Glow is in this. Steve Howey from Shameless. I think this looks like it's gonna be a really fun film, and cannot wait to see it. I mean, it's pretty much like the movie. Remember the Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon movie Taxi? It's like that, but with an Uber. So, hey, with Ubers being hot right now, it was only a matter of time they'll do a movie about an Uber driver. So, but man, Camille Nanjiani is being like typecast as an Uber driver. You ever noticed that? Like the Big Sick, he was an Uber driver, and this, like, jeez. But anyway, that being said, I'm a big fan of Camille Nanjiani. Like, if you guys still haven't seen The Big Sick, watch The Big Sick. It's a really terrific movie. All right, coming in at number 3 is Spider-Man: Far From Home. Now, my God, 3, 2, and 1 was hard to pick. Like, sorry. As I was saying, yeah, 3, like 3, 2, and 1 was definitely hard. The hardest one to pick because I'm actually more excited for the top 3, and Spider-Man: Far From Home is one of them. You got Tom Holland back as Spider-Man. You got Jake Gyllenhaal playing Mysterio. I mean, of course I just did my Spider-Man movie ranking, and if this movie is as good, I'm probably gonna have to re-edit that video. But yeah, I really love it. Why did I say I love this movie if I haven't seen it? I meant to say I'm really looking forward for this. The reviews have been decent, and I'm a Spider guy, so of course, obviously, I can't wait for this, and of course, it's coming after after the events of Endgame. So if you guys still haven't seen Endgame yet, maybe don't watch this movie until you see Endgame, cause yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, I definitely cannot wait for Far From Home. I mean, if of course if this movie does well, we'll definitely be seeing Tom Holland as Spider-Man once again, and I think he's a great Spider-Man, so definitely cannot wait to see Far From Home. Alright, coming in at number 2 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, I really want you to add this at my number one favorite, my number one anticipator, because I've been loving these trails so much. But Once Upon, my number one, I'm actually more looking forward for slightly more. But anyway, yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring the likes of Leo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Al Pacino, Kurt Russell, Dakota Fanning, the late great Luke Perry is in this. I simply cannot wait for this movie. I've loved all the trailers. Like I said, I like the cast. Quentin Tarantino is one of my all-time favorite filmmakers. I'm a big Quentin Tarantino guy. And, of course, the whole movie centers around the Charles Manson stuff, but it's gonna be, they're gonna change some stuff up, obviously, but yeah, I just cannot wait for this movie. I mean, like I said, the trailers have been great, the cast is great, so definitely seeing this movie opening day. I mean, of course, I did my 10 anticipated movies of the year, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was, of course, in that list. So, yeah, just cannot wait for this movies. Alright, my number one anticipated movie of July is an obvious one, and that is The Lion King. This movie was, of course, my anticipated movie of the year. Like, if you guys remember, I did my 10, my anticipated movies of the whole year, and Lion King was number one. I just cannot wait for this movie. Lion King is one of my all-time it's pretty much my all-time favorite animated feature, and it's directed by Jon Favreau, who gave us the Jungle Book. The effects looks great. I love the voice cast. Like, you got Beyonce, Childish Gambino himself, Donna Glover, Seth Rogen, Billy Eichner. Who else? Oh yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I just cannot wait for this movie, and I mean, July 19th cannot get here soon enough. And I mean, I already got my ticket. I actually got my ticket for the movie also, by the way. So definitely watching it open day, and definitely can't wait for it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 9, The Farewell. 8, The Art of Self-Defense. 7, Point Blank. I almost keep calling it Point Break. Anyway. Number 6, Crawl. 5, Midsommar. 4, Stuber. 3, Spider-Man Far From Home. 2, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. 1, The Lion King. Now, there's loads of other ones that... Like, there are some other interesting movies that's coming out in July that looks and sounds interesting. Let me see. There's actually this new film called, with Victoria Justice in it called Summer Nights. That trailer actually looks really good, so I'm kind of intrigued by that. Let's see. There's a film called Trespassers. I don't know what that's about. An anime film called Firecrackers. Saving Zoe looks pretty decent. I Got the Hookup Part 2. Anyone remember the first film? Let's see. She's Just a Shadow. What else? Oh yeah, a film called Into the Ashes. Bottom of the Knife with Joe Manganiello and Sofia Vergara. That looks pretty decent. Astronaut with Richard Dreyfuss. A film called Dead Water with Casper Van Dien. I'm a big fan of that guy, but that movie does not look good. Well, I miss Casper Van Dien's acting. I've always liked that guy. A film called Supervise is coming out. Everything this here looks all that great, but there's some other decent stuff coming out in July that could be decent. But oh yeah, the Muppet movie is getting re-released. You know what? I might actually rewatch the Muppet movie in theaters. I mean, I've seen the Muppet movie plenty of times, but never seen it in theaters. I kinda want to rewatch that in theaters. But anyway, let me leave you guys. What movies coming in July are you interested in checking out? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.